So this is paper, so you can't use it.
Well, no, you can't make tea in it, but I bought it because it was so unusual. In fact, it was very pretty.
Yes.
It had the, what we call it, sort of like the chintz pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll take the lid off. I mean,
yeah, it even has the holes and everything in it.
know.
Like somebody would accidentally make tea out of in it and it'd fall
Isn't
apart.
that weird? I collected teapots only because they had weird histories. And this one is from your great grandmother.
Wow.
It's not that old. I mean, maybe 100 years old, but it came
old.
from that was the grandmother Ailing, my dad's mother.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't really like, I say to the
It's
family.
heavy.
And it's what they call a brown Betty one, a common, everyday, ordinary one.
Mm-hmm.
I have to deactivate. I used to use it a lot, but the spout has a crack in it, I think. And so I don't use that anymore, but I use it a lot because, as I said, look, it's called a brown Betty because it's got that, what we call serviceable crockery in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, so I think there might be a crack there. Some reason.
Yeah, I don't see any crack, but
She gave that to me when I was about, I would say 16. It was just near the war, and we were coming back. We made a trip there before the war came on, and she gave it to me because I liked. Even then, I liked teapots, so I carried it home on my lap. And I would say I was about 14 or 16, somewhere in there.
uh-huh. So at least 80 years ago.
Yeah, probably. I don't know how to pronounce it. And this one was from Hallmark.
It's interesting,
because
but not very pretty to me. It's kind of.
It's all their history is on it. All those costumes are authentic, and it tells us, and you know the district they came from by the coloring, and so it is like a history book on it. Yeah, the little thing.
And what is in this one?
That was I bought at Hallmark. I'm walking in for no reason at all, and there was this crazy looking stuff, and I looked at it and I thought...
It looks like something that you would see like in a Disney animation.
And I put that out and I always smile, and then they had a mug. See the mug to go with it?
Uh-huh.
That's the cutest darn thing.
Yes.
And then the teapot and everything. And I have, you know...
But it's that lid. This lid.
Isn't it the cutest darn... And the handle.
Yeah.
You have to... And it's useful. I get it back on there, right?
And the
Sugar and creamer,
sugar
yeah.
and creamer, and you even have like a hot plate.
Yep.
Or what do you call these?
A hot pot.
A hot plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
there's
not a
another
hot
one.
plate.
A
A trivet, well,
Yeah.
that... A teapot stand.
Yeah, that's better.
And then this one I bought at the museum because they were having the exhibits, you know, of him, and I just love the pot. And it's one of those little...
Where's that from?
And this one is old. And this one is not, but it's unique. Julie bought me that one.
This one.
This little brown one. Be careful of it because the lid is on it. There's a little lid on it.
Okay.
Actually, it's a little working teapot.
Oh my goodness.
Now that
So it's a stove. That's what the design is,
Yeah,
right? Or
yeah.
something. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's a
sure.
stove,
how-
yeah.
Yeah.
or a little like a little buffet type thing.
Yeah, more like a buffet.
And she knows I like tea, so she loved that there. And she came across it in one of her dealings, and she said, "I think I have something that you would like." My kangaroo is valuable, but
It is?
I broke it.
Aw.
I think it's ear or something. I bought that, and it would be your great uncle. And when he died, I didn't have anything from them from Australia. And I'm, what the heck is their animal, the one that does a good animal lover? And I thought, I saw the kangaroo and I thought, that's perfect. That'll be in his memory. So I can't think of who. They do the miniatures. That's probably on there. But I think it's his ear. I had it.
Look like anything.
I had it.
Oh yes, she had it glued on.
Yeah,
yes.
I had to put on. Whenever you're buying anything like that from a reputable dealer, they have to.
Bestwick?
Yeah, that's it, Bestwick.
And it's got a number,
Oh,
so 1160.
Bestwick also did those little pottery, Beatrice Potter animals.
Ah, yeah.
They do only authentic ones.
Ah, you have a sheep here.
That was an odd one. At somewhere at Jody's place, and I said, "That is so odd. I've got to have it." I just had, one of those deals. So those have all been used. I mean, I had them out at different times, and the Scotty dog. I remember I used to collect horses for, I think it was Diane.
Yes, Diane was really into horses.
So all the horses I had some nice ones that I didn't buy for her, but I bought, I had seen. So she got those years ago.
Yeah, she got I had some too, and
yeah,
she has them.
And then this one is probably the oldest one there. It's a really old Chinese plate.
Oh yes, the classic scene here.
Yeah.
There's birds in it even.
Those are the story ones, but that is a very old plate. How come Jody had that?
Copeland.
Yeah,
England.
Copeland, China. Yeah. I met the man, that Copeland's grandson, who was an elderly gentleman, on one of our trips over there, and he hosted us through the factories and where they're making the
Where was
fine
this?
china. This was just sitting down here.
Okay.
And this was bought in Hudson's, but it's a replica. But you can't buy the real thing anymore because the factories are out of business. And so they made the replica, and you see they say it. So it was very authentic, with permission of the Copeland Company and everything. And so there were only a few people that could buy the stuff. Usually the dealers, Hudson's, invited the dealers.
So this is supposed to
buy
be
them,
Rome.
because they only had so many of these. And then this is a different one, and it tells the story of them. We bought the replicas, those, for the Dearborn Historical Museum, because they could not buy any authentic ones. There were none out there. And they wanted it in one of the rooms. They wanted it all very authentic. It's the only room where they have a sign that said
Replicas.
yes. But but they wanted it to look real. And so that we all bought some too, because we had an opportunity and we loved them. So I do the blue with the blue over there sometimes. And there's they say I got some teapots downstairs.
Is that pewter?
I have them all over the
This
place.
is pewter?
Oh, it was pewter.
Yeah.
You know who put me on a pewter?
Denise.
Yes.
Denise wanted pewter for her wedding, her first
Yeah, do you remember her
marriage.
coming here and getting it?
Yeah. Yes.
It was funny. Mother and I get up in the morning, and we look out, and there's this little beetle out in front. You remember her crazy beetle?
Yeah.
And they're sitting on our doorstep. Was Denise in this kind of, what was they called in those days? Those big pants with the flappy bottoms.
Oh, bell bottoms.
Yeah, it was great big, and she made it her, I mean, it was very pretty. And she said, Mother says, what on earth are you doing sitting on the step? And she said, well, I came in early and it was dark and I didn't want to wake anybody. You know how she was. And she came because she wanted to have her wedding. We said we'd buy it for her.
Oh, nice.
So she goes to this different places. We landed up in the jeweler that always made the nice stuff in Hudson's and so on in the big mall there. And she goes straight for that. Mother says, you want pewter? And she said, yes. And she found this plain little set.
Yes.
And she loved it.
Yeah.
Mother said, don't you want something more expensive, fancier?
Yeah,
Nope,
like silver.
this is what I want.
Yeah.
And somehow or other, she kind of got me to liking it too. So,
yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
the different places. These are things that I would love you if you wanted them to have them, but I know modern people don't want them anymore. And one of the,
If she had room for it, she could take this.
it comes in pieces, remember?
Yes, yes, this is two separate pieces, yeah. Three.